from behind me and see the from behind or not? Brilliant, look at this. So much technology. Technology. We're about to launch a spaceship. Are we on TikTok as well or not? Yeah, we're going to be on TikTok as well. Yeah.
Sorry, may I?
Yes, may.
Just sort of sometimes.
That's fine, yeah. Okay, so basically what is going to happen? So I'm going to speak, so somebody's, what's that? That's a robot one, is it? Is anyone going to be in there with me? Dave's in there, is he? Okay. And he's going to be kind of, because I want to be able to talk to the camera, so he'll be there around really.
Well, if you speak to the robot when you're at the piano, right?
Yeah.
That Zoom, so just speak to the robot, and then he's going to pick you up when you're speaking during the interview.
So there's not going to be any person on me when I'm there?
Nah, he might pick you up a bit, but speak to the robot, because then we'll just get a sort of side shot of you.
So but they won't see any gloves or anything like that? So
We'll be able to see the gloves.
you will? How? I'll be behind the keyboard. Okay. All right. I would like a bit more like somebody around, feeling a bit less like a static. Sorry. So if it's possible to bring in somebody as well, that would be great. Just a bit more, yeah. I feel a bit. All right. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to speak to you, David. Hi there. So, welcome. Now, we're a little bit early because I was meant to be talking to the Heapsters early, but as usual, they'll understand I'm not quite as prepared as I should be. But therefore, I'm going to be early than everyone else is expecting, but I was hoping to be here at 9:30. Anyway, I'm here. So, Heapsters, if you're there, what I want to do each month is just start a little bit earlier the stream. And I want to basically just get myself into a relaxed state before the stream. And so I'm going to just basically create something that's quite calm and meditative, maybe. And maybe I just do it all in C. And then if anybody else wants to jam along, they can. It's all the white notes, basically, if you're playing a keyboard. And the point is just to kind of get myself into a present state, because otherwise it starts. Oh, it's some nice squeaky sounds. What's that? That's interesting. Whoa! I can hear some very strange squeaky sounds in my ear. Can you hear that? Very squeaky. Probably the police. Anyway, hopefully that will disappear soon. Anyway, we're still not live, that's fine. Well, we are live, but we're not technically live till 8 o'clock. But even though we're very live and direct. Anyway, so here I am in... Oh, wow, it's really loud, isn't it? Strange. See, it just doesn't happen until you live stream. And then all the gremlins come out for no reason at all. Anyway, so I've basically got a few minutes now, and I'm just going to improvise something with the gloves, and then I'm going to go straight into saying hello to everyone at 8 o'clock. I just wanted to have a moment of just me and you, and just to play things together. So let's just do that. Okay. Here we go. Whoever's talking, I can hear that, and it'll be going into the recording. So maybe we should shut that door. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Hello. 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 It is I, it is 8 o'clock, and I'm on time. This is the first of the HAB Lab, I'm calling it, the Havering Antibiotic Laboratory, London, which is basically my house. But we've been using it more and more as a kind of like communal office space, where we're developing Auracles, and sometimes we're working on Endless, and sometimes the MiMU team are here, and it's basically, and also my studio's here, and the new space upstairs, which is basically a work in progress kind of live development space, and of course the piano. And I really just wanted to do this every month because I just need to make music. I've been making one particular song now for over 3 years, and I have become a little bit obsessed about the details, and I am just gagging to improvise and make music with other people. But I've brought myself to the end of my tether, and I don't want to sit in front of a computer and make music anymore. So I'm just wearing my gloves right now, and I have this microphone, I have some microphones on the piano, and this microphone. And I basically just want to develop this system further, the one that you've seen me play live, if you came to see me, whether not years ago, decades ago, when I used to play live. And I've been just wanting an excuse and time, basically, to develop the system so that I can really just make music in the moment, be prolific, focus on getting really good at making lyrics on the spot, and just getting the sound really good. So today is the first time that I am basically kind of quietly, or not so quietly because you're here, I have another persona, basically, that I want to launch today. And the name is Him Gone Ape. And basically, it's an anagram of Imogen Heap. And when I was 18, this was before we had anagram makers and things like that. We did it manually with like Boggle type style. And we took the letters of my name, Imogen Heap, and we tried to find an album title out of it. And we chose I Megaphone. But the other anagram that I really liked was Him Gone Ape. And I've been waiting to do something with it for ages. Now, basically, when you're Imogen Heap, people expect certain things from you, and that's fine because I've worked hard to create that quality, but it basically stops me from just playing around having fun, because I make a ton of music every single moment that I'm anywhere near a piano or near any equipment, but it just kind of goes nowhere because I can't finish it, I have other things to do, but I'm always making nice things, and I just really want other people, if they like it, if they like even a bar of it or the whole 15 minutes of it, that they can just do whatever they want with it. So one of the projects that I'm really, love is what we call now Auracles. And an Oracle is everything about something, whether it's a person or a piece of IP, like a song or, a video, whatever you want. And we're trying to build the building blocks of our future IP space and identity space to exemplify how simple it could be if we just had one home for all the facts you needed to know about any piece of work or any musician, so that we could save ourselves a whole lot of time and the industry at large a great amount of money and opacity issues by having all the information that is just should be there to be there. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that today because I've gone on about that for about 18 hours in December. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to play now for however long, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And I'm just going to improvise whatever comes into my head. And we're recording it, so you're hearing a stereo feed of exactly what I can hear. But we're going to be recording live stems as well. And the plan is that when I've finished, we are going to immediately upload the stereo file, and we're going to put it into an Oracle IP so that we can store it. And basically, tomorrow, you will be able to go in and download it and mess around with it and do whatever, and there'll be the stems in there as well. You need to have an Oracle ID to do that so that we know who you are. Of course, I know there's going to be people just trying to weave around the system, but you're just hurting yourself if you're a musician. This is really like our space, and I believe that we can turn this into what the music industry needs, this missing building piece. Anyway, again, I'm trying not to go onto that. So I'm just going to improvise. I'm going to improvise now, and then you can play around with it. So if there's anything that you like, that you really like, you can turn it into a song. And Him Gone Ape, you're going to be collaborating with Him Gone Ape, because I don't want people to hear like loads and loads of different things with my name on it when I haven't actually actively collaborated past just this bit. So this is just an offering to put it out there, have fun. You can make NFTs with it. You can put it on the soundtrack of your film, whatever you want to do with it. And I just ask literally that you do the right thing. So I am going to register it as a 15-minute piece. So it will come up if it recognises it, but just basically do the right thing. And then we ask that you upload it and connect it to the original piece of music, which will be on the Oracle, and then we'll show you that in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to get on and play, and I'm very excited. And I don't know what I'm going to play, but I am going to drink some water, for sure. And I'm just like, I feel like just a super excited kid right now, because, you know, when you're Imogen Heap, you have to do things in a certain way. You've got to register everything, and you've got to do things in the way that the industry is. But as Him Gone Ape, I'm very keen and excited to explore a kind of wild abandon, just to traverse wherever anyone wants to take these pieces of music and to see what comes from them. And if anything should happen to come from them, I would love that the royalties of Him Gone Ape go into this Hab Lab, Tech for Good, that I have been throwing money into from my Imogen Heap royalties. But I love the idea that maybe musicians can, if they want to collaborate, they don't have to give me their royalties, but my royalties, anything that comes from these pieces, will come back to Hab Lab. So basically to fund the team here, of which there are a significant amount now, because I just can't get this idea out of my head, and I know it's got legs, and so we're just going to keep going. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got something. I've got a very squeaky chair. Next month, I will not have my squeaky chair. So, where to start? Where should we start? Where should we start? We can start anywhere. We can start anywhere. Oh, okay. Let's just start. Can you hear some voices? We need to hear that. Can everyone not talk while I'm recording this bit? Because this is the bit that we want, like, nice and quiet. Shall I have a different seat? A bit like that. I'm going to turn my phone off. I've got my phone on. Right. Here we go. I've got a hat, I've got a comb, and some lip balm. Maybe I could start with those. Maybe I could start. Maybe I could start. Maybe I could start. Maybe I could already start. Maybe I could 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 start. I've been told to say to Dave, could you please turn your headphones down, David? Because that's what we can hear on the recording, is your feet, is your hearback. Yeah, sorry. So that was rubbish. That was a rubbish start. Anyway, we can't start Him Gone Ape's career with that. That rubbish. Okay, where should we start? Oh dear. The canvas, the empty canvas is terrifying, isn't it? I was just, okay. Right, here we go. Zone out of the whatever. Well, there we go. That is that. That is whatever that was. Anyway, so if any of that is appealing to you in any way, you'll be able to hear all the loops separately, and take my voice and do whatever you like. That went by way too quickly, and I'm going to definitely apportion more time to improvising next month, because that went by in a flickety-flash. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go over there to where Andy is, and we're going to talk about what next, because I want to walk you through, if you do want to do anything with that, let's go and have a look. And while I go over, I can actually make music. Do you want to see? Are you ready? I can just do this, because I've got this microphone on, 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 this microphone on, microphone on, okay. Hello. That was the best walkover ever. So hi Andy, how's it going? So I'm hoping that they've got this screen, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Yes, we're hoping to have the screen that we can see. So basically, Andy is really great, and he's helping me so much pull all of this stuff together with another bunch of people, Chris and Daniel and Catty and Jacob. And Alexi's helping, and there's a million people. Yeah, so basically what we have here, and I'm not sure how the screen is split, but I have an Oracle ID. And basically what that is it is a place where I store all the information about me, for myself, to keep in order, and for my team. Oh, looks like we haven't logged in yet. Everything's fine. So here we go, logging in. So basically, there we are. So you can see Imogen Heap, Imogen Jennifer Jane Heap. That's my actual name, and this is my actual profile. This is not my public profile. And in here, I can see all my connections. We have a little look. There's Jacob right at the top. Lovely. So this is done in order of people that I signed up with. We better request back Jacob. Thank you. Oh, he's already done it. That's very nice. Go on, let's sing on to Catty. These people have forgotten that they need to also validate me back. So basically what we're trying to do is to create social verification, basically. So instead of having to have an account with various different industry bodies, we know who we are. I don't think I've ever seen your passport, but I'm pretty sure you are who you say you are. Because we just know, don't we? So this is about just trying to bring to life a socially verified database of people, so that the music industry can build from it, so that we can reach in and add information about our songs in one place, so that it can be changed where it might not be information correct. For example, any kind of streaming service where you might not be credited, where you should be credited, then it would be great, wouldn't it, if you could just do it one time somewhere, and then there'd be no excuses anywhere, and everybody would get great data. So that's my connections. And the way you do it is you get your phone, and I would take a QR code, and I would take your phone, you'd take a camera, and then we'd shine each other's phones, and then we would be connected. So we had to be there in real time. You can also send links as well. Anyway, so that's that. And then I've got my public page, which I'll show you in a minute. And what we have, the really exciting thing, which we're going to briefly talk about, but AI, right? AI is a little bit contentious, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of amazing things that you can do, and that AI is really changing our planet in the most incredible ways, like medical or beautiful ways. Things are happening, but also some slightly worrying things. And it isn't to do with the AI itself, it's to do with the people and the incentives behind what they want to do. It's not about the AI itself, okay? So the AIs don't have, like, I'm going to do this morning, ha ha ha, and steal everybody's music. It's really down to the people and the services and how they employ and interact and get permissions or not. Anyway, so recently there has been an act called the AI Act, and this is going into action in the EU. I think it's October 26th, I should know the exact date. And basically, what it's doing is it's saying that all of the cultural IP is being allowed to be trained on unless you opt out. But how do you opt out? How do you opt out? Where do you opt out? Where even right now, if you're like, oh, actually, I don't want somebody to see that this thing about me, or where do you even go to like put information about a song that's actually correct at all? You literally can't. Like we were trying to find out, well, where's the registry of ISRCs and ISWCs? And even that's not available. And that's just like a basic identifier for the recording, which is the ISRC, and the ISWC, which is the ISWC, which is the song. Anyway, so what we have here is there is an amazing couple called Matt Dryhurst and Holly Herndon, and I'm a huge fan. And they're super amazing, and I feel a little bit inferior next to them. But anyway, so they have been dealing with this issue about how do you tell systems that these bits of IP are not okay to train on. So they have a database that they call spawning. Is that correct? I've just had a blank. Yeah, spawning. Spawning. And basically you can go there and you can upload your photographs or your media of any sort, and you can put it in this huge registry. I think it's like 1.5 billion pieces of and then you can attach your songs to your name, and you can connect it up to your Spotify playlists and kind of chuck your stuff in there using this thing that we've got called Aura and then you can go in, and I just wanted to demonstrate that we can do this. Is one way that you can do it right now, and you can publicly say whether you want to be opting out of those systems in the future, so that we can just pave the way, basically, and just, we don't need to spend millions and millions and millions of pounds building something that is actually quite simple, relatively. It's just in terms of pointing things, and the top down needs to just decide this is where it's going to be, and the bottom up needs to do their bit, and add the data. Anyway, so I promised I wouldn't go into all of that too much, but I can't help it. So what we've also got, if you get yourself an Oracle ID, and of which there are quite a few of you now, you can go in and you can take part of a survey. So you can go into a survey. We use this system called poll.is. Thank you to ChatGPT for telling me about it. And you can go in and you can tell us what you think about AI and training and IP. And it's got various different questions, and you can go in there and just answer the questions. And then, we've got some nice meetings coming up, and we would like to show, for example, the DCMS, what you think about that, because we think that this is a really good way for you to show your direct voice to, in the UK, the government here, but you can do it globally. It doesn't really matter where you're from. You can still add it, and you can suggest comments, you can suggest opinions, and other people can then, agree or disagree on those, or pass or unsure. Yeah. So please do have a little go if you're slightly concerned, and just have a look, because this is all there is right now for you to actually do something about it. And we'd really like to thank Holly and Matt and Cullen for helping us connect into spawning, and we think their project is amazing, and we really want to support it, and we hope that they become the data set that everybody goes to be able to opt out their works, because what they've built is a great start, and it comes from creatives. It doesn't come from an industry body that has self-interest in having a kind of closed shop there on the data and getting licenses and doing kind of, in a way, the worst case scenario would be like what the major labels did to give license to the streaming companies, where they just kind of do a deal and they get a bunch of percentage of that and they give us the scraps. And that's what happened. And that's kind of basically what will happen again, unless we nip it in the bud and go, here's a solution. And it will only solve or go towards solving the problem of AI and whether they have permissions to use whatever they need to use, but it will also help the issue of bad data in general about songs and credits, and in time solve issues of no royalties coming to where they should be going. So we're quite excited about it. Blah, 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 blah. So, what should we do?
I think we've got a song coming down.
Okay, so basically upstairs, that thing I just recorded, I had done so much nicer ones in the days leading up to this. I was so excited. But of course, the talking gets in the way, and it just, anyway, I think there were some nice bits. Anyway, you might only want a bar. To be honest, most people, they just, like Headlock. So that we're going to talk about Headlock later. Headlock, it's just that dum, ha, like that's gone crazy. And it might just be like a few bars that people like. And please just go ahead and play around with it. I really would love to see what people do with it. And we're trying to build a system here to make it as easy as possible for you to collaborate and have permission to collaborate. So here's my... taking a while to load. My internet is absolutely shocking. So basically, my persona, Him Gone Ape, is part of my Oracle ID. So I have Imogen Heap, I have Mogen, I have Frou Frou I'm a part of, and I also have Him Gone Ape now that I literally set up today. So I can add recordings here. So in I go, and now we're going to drag and drop a file that hopefully is on Dropbox already. And wherever if it's here, then we can drag and drop it onto this Aura drop, which will then tell you all kinds of things about the song, about the piece of work, and you can go in and fill in the metadata where there are gaps. And in time, it will be connected to, the people. So at the moment, Tristan's upstairs, and he's talking to me in my ear. Amazing. Can you you don't have to do the stems, but can you just do the stereo from there or not? Okay, cool. All right, he's going to bring down the stems on a hard drive, and we're going to pop them in here. So basically, my internet is shocking, and we can't use it. So that's annoying. Well, I guess we're just using the internet for you. Okay, priorities. So we're going to come in, we're going to drag and drop it onto here, and then you'll see a bunch of stuff come up. And you can go in and edit the metadata, and then it will generate what's called an ISCC, which is a media code identifier, like a hash. And that's what is read by progressively more and more services as a unique identifier per piece of media. And then the idea is you would lasso into that your ISWC, your ISRC. But unfortunately, it's not so easy to generate an ISCC. No, it is easy to generate an ISCC, but it's not easy to generate an ISRC or an ISWC, even though they're the ones that the music industry use. So anyway, we're going to things to be done in time. We haven't got a hard drive, do we? We just thought the Dropbox would work, didn't we, basically?
We did.
Because that's normal. That's what should normally happen. Anyway, so we're going to drag and drop it, and then you will see it pop up. And tomorrow we'll send you the links, and you can go in and do whatever you like with it. And then, when you've finished, I would love it if you could come back to this oracle of the song, or this piece of work, and attach your piece of work to it so that we can see the babies, the many, many babies, and the connections between the songs, because essentially this is what we're talking about. This is the kind of us growing this lattice of connectivity and credits and acknowledgements right across. Even just one piece of music can have 1,000 people connected to it, in not so long. Like example, what we're going to talk about later, Headlock. There's been so many remixes, but one of the main problems is that poor Alexi, who is my label manager, he has to go through and talk to all of them and give them all permission, and it's just a complete nightmare, sending all in different formats. And so we're trying to simplify this because I have literally thousands of requests to remix my music over the years, and it's just really irritating that there's not one simple solution to kind of go, yeah, sure, listen here, da-da-da, off we go, license away. So that's what we're building as another kind of module that can attach into this Oracle's environment. So, I guess we'll just wait. Maybe we'll do that after. No.
I mean, we could...
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so basically what we're going to do now, so my friend, Roberto Neri, he's the CEO of the Ivors, and he sent me a very interesting snippet from the House of Commons the other day, and we're going to bring it up, and Chris Bryant, who is basically like the head of culture, media, and what's the other one? Culture, media, and tourism? No.
Yeah, it's...
Anyway, it's like a